Greetings, my fellow gamers. It is I, Wraith King, and welcome back to Seven Nights. Today is a big day. Mulan has finally been added to the game, but before we begin, remember to leave a like, comment, and please do subscribe to my channel for more because I love to review every new hero that is released in Seven Nights. So stay tuned for those, my fellow gamers, and I plan on playing plenty more RPG games and horror games in the future of their kind, so stay tuned. But until then, please do enjoy the video.
Greetings, my fellow gamers. It is I, Wraith King. I am whispering today because I am not in my closet, and if I scream, my voice will echo and it will sound ridiculous. Anyway, today we are talking about Mulan, and oh my goodness, I can't wait to tell you guys all about her. I just got done looking at her abilities and everything, and they look awesome. I'll go over the video again and tell you guys about them because I cannot remember them off the top of my head like that. So I will go over the video, and future me will tell you guys about her skills. So yeah, this is gonna be awesome. I just can't believe it though. Really, it looks like they did keep her black hair for her 6-star.
내가 약하다고 생각했다면 큰 오산이야.
Wow. Ooh, I have to whisper.
강인한 힘으로 모두를 지키겠어.
Shh. Wait, I can't get too loud. Future me, what does her passive ability do? I'm still in the living room. What her passive ability does is she has a 7-hit void shield and a camouflage effect for 5 turns. The damage she receives is only by 25% of her max HP. That makes her pretty tanky for a fighter. And she has that surviving killing damage with 1 HP thing. This is a pretty fascinating addition at level 50. At level 50, if there are 3 or more offensive type heroes on the team, she is immune to mark effects. This is really strong, especially in this meta. Downside about this is it's only available when she's level 50. Not a lot of people are going to have a level 50 Mulan. Only the pros are going to have that. So that's a little bit of a downside to her hero. Alright. What does her first active do, future me?
Good news, my fellow gamers. I am out of the living room. But not past me. Yeah, okay, what her first active ability does is she deals 100% physical damage to 3 enemies with the highest attack twice, penetrate, and increases their cooldown by 20 seconds. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but I'm guessing at level 50, that's when she'll be a little more powerful. Right now, that ability kind of just sounds like pretty much every other, just kind of casual active ability for a special hero. Still very strong with the increasing cooldown thing, especially where we are right now in the meta. I can understand that being pretty powerful. But let's say she was added to the global version with an ability like this. There are so many cooldown increasing characters right now. This is one thing I kinda want to change if she was going to be added to the global version. Since there are so many cooldown increasing teams, she'll just make things worse. So I hope they might change that to maybe like a burn effect, or maybe something that debuffs or something like that. Same in power level, but a different effect. But here in the Korean version of the game, I can imagine this being a pretty okay effect in the arena. It'll work really well against all of these TO teams and all these Dark Knight teams. I can imagine this really helping me out, actually. So maybe I will try to get her.
Okay. What about her second active, future me?
What we have here is a nice AoE ability. What this does is she deals 150% physical damage to 4 enemies twice. Critical hit will be applied, and she will reduce their buff durations by 3 turns. So this is a pretty straight up, just straight damage and control ability right here. She seems to be more of a control character. So she would work pretty well in the arena. Now, will she be as active as like TO and pretty much every Dark Knight that's out right now, except for like Colt and maybe not Sephiroth, maybe? Like, as I mentioned in my last video, this meta seems to be focused around the Dark Knights and just constant AoE control damage over and over again. That's why I said the skill cooldown would actually be a pretty good thing to add in this meta, because, well, it cancels those skills out and it gives you a chance to actually attack without your team being controlled until they just die. But at level 46, this does 160% physical damage instead of 150. So this is a pretty okay character so far. I like her abilities, but let's take a look at her awakening skill before we make any final judgment.
Brilliant. Alright, what about her awakening skill?
Now, looking at these abilities, like, as a whole, I can tell she's not going to be a hero that will just straight up break the meta. What her awakening skill does, she targets all enemies with 110% physical attack 3 times, penetrates and restores her own HP by 30% of the damage dealt. No, this does not refresh. You can only use this once. So this is a pretty straightforward ability. It can do a lot of damage if you build her right and put her in the right positions in your team, but be that as it may, she is not overpowered. She is strong, but she's not Tio. She's not pretty much any of the Dark Knights or Four Lords. She is not that powerful, but she will make a pretty good appearance, I'm pretty sure, in some type of crazy team that I'm sure the pros will come up with and make some huge meta-breaking ridiculous team or something like that. But in my eyes, I don't really think she's going to be that great. She will be pretty good, but I don't think she's going to change anything in the meta.
Awesome. Now, I can't really remember what her abilities did off the top of my head, but from what I remember, they're pretty good. Let's take a look at her animations. Beautiful. Wow. You know, I'm gonna turn off this chat thing up here because that's getting on my nerves. It should be gone now.
이곳에서 나를 만난 건 너희의 실수다.
I can't be too loud.
승리를 위한 활시위를 당겨라.
Hello, lag. Where'd you come from? Man, that was pretty awesome. That was really, really cool. Sorry about the lag right there, but man. Alright. I'm gonna try to get her. I can't remember what her abilities do, but I'm gonna try to get her anyway. Let's go to the packs. See if we can get her. Okay, so there's a higher chance to get her. Please game. Please game. Let's keep going. We're bound to get at least one special hero from these. Last one.